Mothers. They fed you, clothed you, and did that minor task of birthing you. Where would we be without them? Aside from non-existent, probably in not too good a shape. Humans have been celebrating moms and the things they do for millennia. In ancient Egypt, they celebrated the goddess Isis as the mother of Horus, who was the first pharaoh. In ancient Greece and Rome, they celebrated mother goddesses Cybele and Rhea, both of which had cults surrounding them. If you're gonna have a cult, one that is centered around mothers is probably a better route to go. The Romans had several festivals to celebrate mother goddesses. Most of these were in the spring. During the festivals of Hilaria, a statue of the goddess Cybele would be carried through the streets, followed by a display of arts and crafts. However, these pagan deities would not hold the spotlight forever. As Christianity took hold of Europe, they too would celebrate mothers. The early Christian church used these old festivals to celebrate the Virgin Mary. To honor the Virgin Mary, believers would leave flowers and gifts at the church that they were baptized in. However, it wouldn't be until the 16th century that individual mothers rather than mother goddesses or biblical matriarchs would be celebrated. England would declare this to be Mothering Day. However, English colonists in America would discontinue the tradition of Mothering Day because they kinda had a hostile wilderness to deal with, and that Mothering Day was still too Catholic for Puritans. In 1870, Julia Howe, author of the Battle Hymn of the Republic, made her own Mother's Day proclamation. However, Howe's Mother's Day of June 2nd wouldn't catch on, but the idea took root. In 1908, Anna M. Jarvis would petition her church in West Virginia to adopt May 10th as Mother's Day. After years of petitioning state governments and Congress, President Woodrow Wilson would sign Mother's Day into official recognition in 1914 to be on the second Sunday of May. Mothers are awesome, from all the childbirthing, the cleaning, and making you the person you are. If you were ever mad at your mother, just remember, at one point you vomited on her, and she still kept you. So if you're watching this video, remember to thank your mom for everything she's done for you. And if my mom is watching, I think you are awesome, and I love you very much.
And welcome back again to another edition of News, Facts, and Comments Sunday Rap Session. I am Achoti. Thank you so much for joining me again on this special edition of Sunday Rap Session. We're going to talk about, should we celebrate Mother's Day? You witnessed in the video that I played in the beginning the origins of Mother's Day, and it's tied to pagan deities and the worship thereof. And it kind of morphed into celebrating your own mothers, went from Mothering Day to celebrating your own mother. I just often wonder how we come to bring about our traditions based on their European traditions. In this day and age of the awakening, we seem to still take on and put on and participate in these very same said Europeans' customs and traditions. So I thought that I would do a special edition of why should we celebrate Mother's Day on Mother's Day. I am looking for comments. I am looking for past experiences. I want to engage and just have this conversation. I myself is not a mother, so could that be part of my bias? I'm looking for the listening audience to let me know. If you're listening now in the chat, thank you so much for joining us. This is News, Facts, and Comments special edition of Sunday Rap Session. We're talking about, should we celebrate Mother's Day? Thank you for joining me if you're in the chat. Our sister, Dee Dee, she's going to be our special co-host for tonight. And we're just waiting for her to arrive in studio. And soon as she gets here, we'll bring her in to join in on the discussion. So, I thought that what the gentleman brought out in the last video about pagan deities actually being worshipped, I didn't even know that was connected to the origins of Mother's Day. I used to celebrate Mother's Day. Of course, I used to bring my mama gifts and money, take her out a couple of times. I've done that, and just saying, hey, today is your special day as a mother. But then I got to thinking, like a couple of years ago, I really did got to thinking, like, I don't need a European to tell me that this is the day that I should honor my mother. I honor my mother all year round. You know what I mean? Those phone calls. Hey, how you doing? What you doing? What you need. Can I help you? You know what I'm saying? Those kind of things. That's honoring your mother. So why do you have to wait until a special day to go and get some cards, some candy? Um, I I'm gonna bring about this next video. This next video is going to show how the woman who actually brought Mother's Day to the shores of the United States, um, what she had intended and what somehow got convoluted and brought about what we see today as Mother's Day. It didn't always her intentions behind Mother's Day and soliciting the government to have Mother's Day installed as a national holiday is not what you see today. As a matter of fact, she went to her grave appalled at how it's been commercialized. So I found that was kind of interesting as well. But when our sister Dee Dee comes, so I want y'all to stay tuned. When our sister Dee Dee comes in studio, we're gonna go deep, deep, deep down into this lady. Her name is Anna Jarvis, right? So she's the one who brought the thing called Mother's Day to fruition. So I'm taking this from a video titled "The Real Dark Origins of Mother's Day." So we got the history from that other gentleman's perspective. He made it real light and real, real knitted it up, real tight, tight basket for us, right? But this young lady here, she really goes into the history in a little bit more detail and brings it to the United States. So I think my sister Dee Dee is here and backstage. So before I play that video, let's go ahead and welcome our sister in. Hey, shalom, sister Dee Dee. Can you hear me? Sister Dee Dee, can you hear me? I see your picture.
I'm sorry, sis. I had on mute. Can you hear me?
Yes, now I can hear you. Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, so yeah, my sister, I was just explaining. You came in right on time because you were the one that brought this to my attention regarding Miss Anna Jarvis. So how are you doing on this what they call Mother's Day today?
Well, you know what, sis? Let me tell you. Okay, am I coming in loud and clear?
Yes, ma'am, you are.
Okay, great, great. Shalom, dear sister. I thank you for having me on your panel once again. The information you put out there is always truth to power. Nothing less. So, as far as Mother's Day, oh, guess what, sis? I was doing mother duties right before I came on. Okay,
Yes.
as I do every day, and I made it very clear to people: if you want to wish me a happy Mother's Day today, then you need to wish me a happy Mother's every day. Otherwise, hold your breath. Okay. So it's unfortunate that our people follow these Eurocentric traditions. It has nothing to do with who we are. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
And not only is it commercialized, it's also, they capitalize on our ignorance. For those who celebrate any of these Eurocentric holidays, okay? So, and I'm gonna let you go ahead and show your presentation in a minute. All I have to say is this: says I don't celebrate any of this mess. It's garbage to me. Um, being totally woke, as they put it, just not living in a bubble and keeping myself away from the reality of things. again, Mother's Day as well as Father's Day and all of these, what they call special holidays, does nothing but continue to lure our people into making them rich and breaking our
Right.
pockets down. You get what I'm saying?
That's exactly right. And guess what? You're not the
Uh-huh.
only one that thinks that way. As a matter of fact, those sentiments was expressed in the video that I was just getting ready to play. That's why I said you had perfect timing, my sister. So once again,
Good.
I thank you for joining me. This is Sister Dee Dee. Everybody knows Sister Dee Dee. She's been here with news, facts, and comments and Major TV several times, and she's been on other platforms several times. So you're well known in the YouTube streets,
Wow.
my sister. So and everybody knows, just like your your handle on Instagram says, "I'm for my people," and I really admire that because you really are for your people. So your name just fits you perfectly. Yeah, I'm for my people. I love that. So y'all can follow Sister Didi on Instagram and at I'm for my people. And also you're on TikTok as well, my sister. What's your TikTok handle?
It's the goddess 510, but there's underscores involved even on IG. For my people, there's an underscore somewhere there.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. So that's our beloved Sister Didi. So I just want to say to you, thank you for being a wonderful mother every day of the year. All right.
Thank you, sis. Thank you. I appreciate you as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and mute so you can continue on, okay?
Yes, ma'am. We're gonna
All
go
right,
ahead and switch videos here.
thank you, sis.
Yes, thank you.
Obviously, honoring mothers for the role they play in our lives can't be something new, and of course, mothers have been revered throughout history. The tradition dates back to pagan celebrations in ancient Greece and Rome. In both cultures, mother goddesses were worshipped during the springtime with religious festivals. The ancient Greeks paid tribute to the powerful goddess Rhea, the wife of Cronus, known as the Mother of the Gods, Queen of Heaven. Similarly, a 3-day festival in mid-March called Hilaria was celebrated to honor an ancient Phrygian Mother of the Gods, or Great Mother, Magna Mater, dates back to 250 BCE. Down the line in the 17th century, England celebrated a day called Mothering Sunday, on the 4th Sunday of Lent. The day was set aside for all the mothers in England and servants who lived at their employer's residence. A common practice at the time, were encouraged to go home and spend the day with their mothers. Some families would enjoy a mothering cake or carlings, pancakes made of steeped peas, as part of the celebration. As Christianity spread throughout Europe, the Mothering Sunday celebration changed to honor the Mother Church, the spiritual power that gave Christians life and protected them from harm. The celebration eventually merged so that people honored both their mothers and the church. Now coming to the 1900s, the first Mother's Day we know it as was on May 10th, 1908. And it all started when Anna Jarvis of West Virginia sent 500 white carnations to her late mother's church in her honor and held a celebration of mothers in Philadelphia on the same day. By 1914, the holiday had taken off in cities and states around the country, and President Woodrow Wilson officially designated the second Sunday in May as Mother's Day. Now, initially, Jarvis created her version of Mother's Day around a sentimental view of motherhood and domesticity, envisioning a day venerating the daily services and sacrifices of mothers within the home, which makes sense and largely remains the concept of Mother's Day we celebrate today. But here's the catch. Anna Jarvis's mother, Anne Reeves Jarvis, had the idea for a day for mothers decades before her daughter, and it looked nothing like the version that eventually caught on. Back in the 1850s, Reeves Jarvis noticed the high infant mortality rate due to unsanitary living conditions, the spread of disease, and contaminated milk, and wanted to do something about it. That's when she decided to start a Mother's Day where moms would get together and perform community service that would help other mothers from poorer backgrounds to take better care of their children. The reason Reeves Jarvis had such keen interest in maternal and infant health and mortality is because she didn't have a great experience in that area herself. Out of the 13 children she gave birth to, only 4 lived until adulthood, something that, tragically, was not uncommon. And while this was a problem everywhere in America in the 19th and early 20th centuries, it was especially pervasive in Appalachia, where an estimated 15 to 30% of infants died before their first birthday. One of the first events Reeves Jarvis organized in 1858 was an educational seminar for local mothers, where they would be able to talk to doctors about the latest hygiene and sanitary practices with the hope they would be able to implement them in their own homes, cutting down on the rates of contagious diseases, infections, and possibly death. So to wrap it up, Reeves Jarvis was interested in educating mothers to understand the cause of infant mortality and wanted to start a day of service, Mother's Day, dedicated to helping those mothers who needed it. Unfortunately, this word didn't catch on and Reeves Jarvis died in 1905. Following her mother's 1905 death, Anna Jarvis, who had no children of her own, conceived Mother's Day as a way of honoring the sacrifices mothers made for their children. After gaining financial backing from a Philadelphia department store owner named John Wanamaker in May 1908, she organized the first official Mother's Day celebration at a Methodist church in Grafton, West Virginia. That same day also saw thousands of people attend a Mother's Day event at one of Wanamaker's retail stores in Philadelphia. Following the success of her first Mother's Day, Jarvis, who remained unmarried and childless her whole life, resolved to see her holiday added to the national calendar. Arguing that American holidays were biased towards male achievements, she started a massive letter-writing campaign to newspapers and prominent politicians, urging the adoption of a special holiday honoring motherhood. By 1912, many states, towns, and churches had adopted Mother's Day as an annual holiday, and Jarvis had established the Mother's Day International Association to help promote her cause. Her persistence paid off in 1914 when President Woodrow Wilson signed a measure officially establishing the second Sunday in May as Mother's Day. And so, Anna Jarvis created a version of the holiday her mother never got to see during her lifetime, albeit one that skewed pretty far from her original vision of service and promoting public health. Mother's Day became a day for people to celebrate their own mother. It's not quite what Reeves Jarvis had in mind, but better than nothing, right? I mean, at least it works as a self-fulfilling prophecy for mothers who want to be appreciated to actually be good mothers. Well, kinda. While Jarvis wasn't on board with her mother's version of the holiday, she also didn't like how quickly it became commercialized once it went mainstream. Anna Jarvis's version of the day involved wearing a white carnation as a badge and visiting one's mother or attending church services. But once Mother's Day became a national holiday, it wasn't long before florists, card companies, and other merchants capitalized on its popularity. While Jarvis had initially worked with the florist industry to help raise Mother's Day's profile, by 1920 she had become disgusted with how the holiday had been commercialized. She outwardly denounced the transformation and urged people to stop buying Mother's Day flowers, cards, and candies. Jarvis eventually resorted to an open campaign against Mother's Day profiteers, speaking out against confectioners, florists, and even charities. She also launched countless lawsuits against groups that had used the name Mother's Day, eventually spending most of her personal wealth in legal fees. Jarvis had disowned the holiday altogether, and even actively lobbied the government to see it removed from the American calendar. She didn't want what she saw as her holiday co-opted by women's organizations, charitable foundations, or public health reformers. She even went so far as to criticize the First Lady, Eleanor Roosevelt, for using the holiday to raise money for charities. Long story short, Jarvis continued to fight for the legacy of her specific version of Mother's Day for the rest of her life. It didn't work, and she died penniless in a sanitarium in a state of dementia in 1948. In the end, neither mother nor daughter were successful in implementing their vision for a perfect Mother's Day. The real winners, of course, are the greeting card industry and whoever makes those trays with foldable legs used on TV for serving breakfast in bed. According to an annual spending survey conducted by the National Retail Federation, Americans spent an average of $168 on Mother's Day in 2013, and it has increased since. In total, Mother's Day spending exceeds $20 billion each year. In addition to the more traditional gifts, cards, flowers, candy, clothing, and jewelry, one survey showed that an unprecedented 14% of gift givers plan to buy their moms high-tech gadgets like smartphones and tablets. So now that you know the origins of Mother's Day, and although Reeves Jarvis and Anna Jarvis probably wouldn't have wanted it this way, what are you getting your mom this year? If you liked our video, don't forget to subscribe and
Okay. So back to the show. I don't think that we should celebrate Mother's Day. I don't think that we should continue to support and fund these big corporations that continue to make money off of us. What do you think, sister?
Man, you know what, sis? That was the best illustration, I'm telling you. And some part of the video, you did catch the part when they were talking about the low birth weight, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And
Yes,
not
ma'am.
just that, but yeah, didn't she mention something about children were passing away, right?
Right. They were. She said that there was a 15 to 30% immortality rate or a death rate
Yes.
amongst their community. The kids were dying before they even reached the age one.
Come
One
on,
year
sis.
age.
And
Right.
that part. And she also mentioned, can you hear me, sis?
Y'all can hear you just fine.
She said out of the 13 children her mother gave birth to, right?
Right.
Only how many survived? Did she say four?
Four. Four.
Okay. Now, while they're sitting up here, see, that's what our people need to realize. That Mother's Day celebration, first and foremost, it was for capitalism. It had nothing to do with really, celebrating mothers. It's so that these people can get paid. They made how much? Billions of dollars. Up at this point, I'm sure it's past trillions at this point. But see, sis, here's the bigger picture. While they were celebrating Mother's Day and doing all these things for their people, educating their people, trying to save their children, so on and so forth, coming up with different health things to keep their children well. What were they doing for the Black community? Planned Parenthood.
That's right. That's right. That's exactly
Planned
right.
Parenthood. Yeah.
Along with Margaret Sanger. Margaret Sanger is the author, the creator of Planned Parenthood.
Yes.
And so they were on that birth control thing, all under the guise of women's health, which we see that playing out right now here in America, right now today, under the guise of women's health. We can offer you this abortion to save your life, or we can
Yeah.
offer you this abortion to make your life a little easier.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's the plan. But the whole thing is to offer it to you, to make it available to you, so that you don't outnumber them,
Yes.
because
Yes.
they have never gotten that birth immortality rate. Um, you know what I'm saying? The heavy rate of it, the how it's going up instead of going down. Immortality
Right.
rate amongst them. I don't understand why. Well, I do understand why, but if I told people why, they would think I'm crazy. But the point of the matter is, with their genes, they have to mate with certain blood types.
Yes.
Otherwise, they cannot hold that baby to term. That's why they came up with what they call prenatal pills. Back in the day,
Right.
we need no prenatal pills to give birth to children. They noticed that we were giving birth at a higher rate than them, so they come up with Planned Parenthood. It was called eugenics. Am I right, my
Yes.
sister?
Yes, ma'am. Yes. Yes, indeed. Yes,
So,
indeed.
so we're basically saying that the same people that created Mother's Day, we're saying it's okay that we take their created holiday and put it on our mothers, and say that we're doing something good for our community by buying gifts for our mothers from their corporations. The very same people that want to exterminate and prevent people from actually becoming and being mothers.
Exactly.
Make it make sense, my sister. You got the floor. Help me understand.
Okay. And you know what? Actually, sis, it makes no sense. That our people are so far gone to where we to be honest with you, and I don't know the math, but I'm sure we put in a heavy amount, in terms of making these outrageous purchases upon all of these holidays, especially Mother's and Father's Day, you know. And as I mentioned before, they'll take our money, but at the same token, it's not a celebratory moment for our people, because if they really gave a damn, there's so many people locked up, brothers and sisters, falsely arrested, falsely accused, sitting in a prison or a jail. So if they gave a damn about everyone's being having a happy Mother's or Father's Day, there would be more considerate of how they do things towards our people, if that makes sense.
Right. It's
You
almost
know,
like if you are, or if you're incarcerated, then you're not a human, so you don't have no feelings. You don't have no. But I guess they do have special visitation rights on Mother's Day and Father's Day for those who are incarcerated. I don't know. It's been a while since I visited anyone in prison. So do they have special days where they allow people to go and visit the prisoners, those who are incarcerated on these special days?
and you know what, sis? I have family, of course, friends that are incarcerated. But I'm gonna tell you something. That's even worse. Can you imagine your family, your children coming to visit you while you're locked up? Even having that family visit, if you will, and then having to turn away and walk out that door. Your family leave you while you enter back into their doors. You hear me?
Right, right.
That is very devastating. That's very devastating to even, I mean, God forbid, right? If I was locked up, I don't celebrate holidays anyway, and I don't. But if I did, I wouldn't even want to see children when I know that I have years that I have to, or months left, in their hellhole. That to me is such a devastating situation, you know,
Yeah.
to celebrate a certain day, a parent day or whatever, and then have to be, departed. You have to leave your children or child or whatever. So yeah, that's why, like I said, sis, it doesn't make sense to celebrate in any of this, because for one, it's really not for our people, but our people, they buy into this mess. They buy into it.
And
You
do,
know,
do you do
go
you
ahead.
think that this is a good way to teach our children how to boycott? This could definitely be one of those teaching moments, like, and teach them about economics. Like, if our people did not participate in this just small holiday, right? Always
Right.
comes on the Sunday, second Sunday
Yep.
of May, and are people saving up for this special day to spend it at this particular time? Could this
Man,
be a
sis.
teaching moment for our children to teach them that you don't have to wait for this special day? You could treat your mother at any point in time. You don't have to wait until this day to show your mother that you appreciate her. That's a teaching moment, right?
It is absolutely, sis. You know what? And also, it's common sense. My children knew from the jump. And again, I used to, I was at one point, I was um, totally oblivious to holidays, whatever. I used to celebrate them hard. You use your credit cards. A lot of people go, they run out of credit cards, they get those cash advantage and all this other stuff, and you end up broke. You end up broke, and then you have to wait. You know, to you got to use your money to pay off some of this debt, and then you wait around for income. And I'm talking about me, Dee Dee. Wait around for income tax so you can finally pay everything off, and then it's a repeated cycle.
Mm-hmm.
So my children know, don't you dare wish me a happy Mother's Day. It's such a, to me, that's a slap in the face to put that much energy into one day when I'm a mother 365 days a year. I've been a mother since 1988. Okay. So, like I was telling people, if y'all want to wish me happy Mother's Day, make sure you call me every day and wish me happy Mother's Day. Hit me in my DM, TikTok it, okay? It don't matter, you know. So yeah, it's unfortunate, sis.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, we rather use our money, and again, sis, they capitalize on our people's ignorance, sis. They get rich while we go broke. Instead of us coming together building land and job opportunities in schools, hospitals, etc., we rather make them rich, let them dictate all of our holidays, okay, or all of their holidays, let them just take charge of, okay, this is what we're going to do, we're going to put this out here, just like rap music. To me, holidays are no damn different than rap music, okay? It makes no sense. It makes no sense. And I'm talking about the kind of music that destroy us. Holidays, everything about everything that they do is against us, sis.
So we are doing this materialistic thing, like in that video. Um, the narrator was explaining how the creator of Anna Jarvis, she created this holiday, and she was appalled, even dying broke,
Yeah.
suing to not have people even use the term Mother's Day because she was just that disgusted how commercialized it had become.
Right.
Now let's just talk about that. She died broke suing to not have people spend their money.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
the irony in that part.
It
The
is.
irony in that part. So, and then I just want to go back to how this all started with her mother, and how
Yes.
her mother wanted to help her community in their immortality rate. Um, she wanted to teach them about hygiene. Bruh, babies were dying because they were nasty. They didn't know how to clean their nasty stuff, right?
Yeah.
Babies
Yeah.
were being born with diseases because they were nasty. They literally mentioned hygiene. Like, so I heard a long time ago that we literally taught them how to bathe.
Sis,
So
yes, we
they
are
came
our
all the way
people.
to America nasty like that.
Come on, sis. Remember, our ancestors used to nurse their babies, sis.
Exactly.
So how do
Exactly.
our people? Oh, I'm sorry, sis. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, go ahead. I was agreeing with you.
Yeah. So how do our people benefit from Mother's Day, Father's Day, or any of these damn holidays? Are we building? Are we banking? I'm saying, are we self-sufficient? How are we? If anybody could tell me, how are we, our people, benefiting from New Year's down to Christmas? What are we doing in our community?
I'm gonna be honest with you. The
Mm-hmm.
only day that I set apart as far as doing something for someone else, it as far as on a special day, is their birthdays. The day that they were
Yes.
born.
Oh,
Because
definitely.
I want them to know that I appreciate them being able to make it through another year, most high giving you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh, definitely.
that's
Definitely.
an amazing gift. You know what I'm saying? So that I could have you another year, that's a gift. So that's why I do that. But other than that, I am not with all that, because I understand, like, it's almost like it's set up that way so that each industry within the American economy has an opportunity to make a big bag.
Come on, sis.
Think about
Come
it.
on.
When you think about Christmas, the electronic industry, the card industry, the candy industry, the clothing industry, and sometimes people buy people brand new cars. All right, it's like
Yeah.
a free for all on Christmas, right? But then
Yeah.
you go fast forward to New Year's Eve. So now you got the champagne industry, the liquor bottle, drinks industry, um, you know, gasoline industry, because people are
Excuse me.
traveling to these different places. Airline industry, they're making all this money during this time. Airline industry is making money all year round, every holiday, they get it in because people flying all over the world, right? Then you go to
Yes.
Valentine's Day, the car industry, the flower industry, the chocolate industry, they
Come
make
on.
sales every year.
Yes.
Then
Yes.
the chocolate industry and the car industry double down on it when you come to Easter. Now,
Yes.
when you come to Easter, now the food industry capitalized on it in December. They capitalized on it in January because you got to have them black eyed peas, them cabbage, that rice, that cornbread. See what I'm saying?
Yes.
They
Yes.
capitalize again, then they capitalize again come Easter because they gonna go out there and buy that ham. Dig in all the trimmings and Easter eggs. So all these different industries always got their hands in your pocket, and you go all out to make this big old spread. And then half the time people come to your house and you don't even like them. You know what
Come on.
I'm saying? You know what I
Yes.
mean? And then they
Yes.
have the time you talking, you didn't cook all this food, then you're gonna talk shit because they didn't walk out with a plate, but why you cook the food? You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
You
I
know,
do.
that kind of thing. You know, so it's like we participate in the bull crap for a moment, just for a moment, and then after that day, it's gone. The day is
Yeah. And
gone,
your pockets are gone. Your
and your
pockets are
pockets are
empty.
gone, and you
Yeah.
wondering, you tapping, wondering how you gonna ride Peter to pay Paul, but you full though,
Yeah.
or you got that new Gucci bag though. You know what I'm saying? How
Yep.
about how about these people who are buying all these gifts for their parents, but their parents don't have money to eat
Come on, sis.
any day of the week.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Or they don't have money for their medications.
Exactly. You know,
That's
you
our
robbing
priorities
Peter,
though. But Iman get that card. Iman might get them roses. You know what I'm saying? Iman may get that cell phone, the latest cell phone that she probably don't even know how to use.
come on.
What are we doing? What are we doing? Should we celebrate Mother's Day? That's what we're talking about right now today. I mean, if y'all celebrate Mother's Day, shouts out to y'all, but I just really want to know why. Somebody tell me why. You know what I mean? Like I'm willing to listen. I'm not saying I'm going to be persuaded, but at least I'm willing to listen because could you, sister, can you think of any, you know, plausible reason why someone would want to continue celebrating Mother's Day?
You know what, sis? Put it this way. After um the viewers catch this video and it's very transparent, it would be foolish, sis. You don't put the material out there. You know, uh, um, you can tell that Anna Jarvis was about her people, right? And then when you look at the time that this took place, what was it, sis? 18 something.
That was her mother in the 1800s.
Oh,
She
okay,
was
that's
in the
right.
1900s. Yes,
Okay, that's right.
her mother was
Okay.
the one that was teaching them how to wash their behinds and stuff.
Mm. Apparently, she didn't do a good job, right? But anyway,
Oh,
yeah. That part, and apparently she
yeah.
didn't do a good job. But sis, like I said, to me it's appalling for anyone to say Happy Mother's Day, Mother Didi or Didi or whatever. That's why when people approached me, they DM me or whatever, they took it to a whole different level. A brother had said they call me the mother of earth. It's something so beautiful, that sits alone. It's like the mother of earth. That's not a one day such thing,
Hmm.
that's a
That's right.
lifetime. Yes, I've been called Queen Mother, not no Happy Mother's Day. To me, it's very disrespectful. And like I said, it's ingenuous because that holiday was not for our people. Look at the damn time. Look at when Planned Parenthood first came out. Girl, please. Like I said, in our community, it was all about Planned Parenthood, which meant backwards. Um, what does it says? Planned Parenthood basically mean planning.
Parenthood
Girl,
plan.
thank you, sis.
You
Thank
know,
you.
parenthood
Parenthood
plan.
plan,
And
birth
then you say
control,
control
uh-huh,
birth. Yeah.
controlling birth.
Yeah,
Yes, sis.
they wanted to give us those Planned Parenthoods and put them in our neighborhoods because they did not want us to outperform them as far as birth rates. We were
Yes.
outpacing them, we were outnumbering them, and it almost made me think of the children of Israel when they were getting big in number. Whether you believe the Bible or not, this was the story. Okay, the children of Israel
Yes.
were getting big in numbers, and the Pharaoh was like, "Whoa, they getting big. They might rise up against us and overthrow us. So we're gonna have to put them in hard labor, bondage, slavery, so they die off." But it didn't work.
Yes. Nope.
But it didn't work. So
Nope. Not at
now
all.
they understand that that we ain't going nowhere.
No.
We ain't going nowhere. So now they have us as the face of Planned Parenthood, have Planned Parenthood in our neighborhoods, and so that our girls, our young women will not grow up to even be mothers, so they won't even have an opportunity for anyone to say Happy Mother's Day to them.
Right.
Mother's Day was not made for us, in other words, right? So
Exactly.
we could go back and pick up a lot of traditional um, traditions that we can start doing, but Mother's Day should not be one, and we're only doing it because the white folks started doing it.
Yeah.
That's the only reason why we're doing it. We cannot point to a point in time way back in our history, whether you was indigenous to this land or where you came from Africa or the islands. You cannot point to one point in time in your oral traditions or whatever where we did a day out to honor your mother, because the scripture says honor your mother and thy father. So that don't mean just one day. That means every day. Am I right?
Yes.
I said. Am I right? I say. So
Yes,
that's
you
what
are.
we should
Absolutely.
we should be on, about taking care of our elderly and our imams and our elders every day, and giving them that respect every day. That's what we should be teaching our children, not just every day. I mean, not just one day out of
Absolutely.
the year. One day out of 365 days, you're gonna tell them one day, say honor your mother.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
how about those people who have children and their children are kind of like absent from their lives, and then somebody pick up the phone and say, because they got children, you pick up the phone and say Happy Mother's Day. How they make them feel? Are they really happy?
Huh. Come on.
I mean, that's just something to consider. Are they really
It
happy?
is. It
And so
is.
how is that
Definitely.
gonna make them feel deep down inside? Because perhaps their children didn't even call them. Well, maybe that might make them feel good, because if their children didn't even call them, at least somebody else called them to say Happy Mother's Day, that I recognize that you're a mother, and I recognize that you're a good mother. So Sister Dita, you shouldn't get so upset because somebody might be feeling like, hey, Happy Mother's Day, sister, because I recognize you're a good mother 365 days a week. Could you take it like that?
Sis, again, because of the origin, see, I look at the origin
Yes.
of this. Most people don't, sis. They don't. They
Mm-hmm.
don't. I look at the origin, sis. When you start finding out, when you start researching and finding out where did these holidays come from, and to me, all of them are pagan, all of them, sis. Now, as you mentioned earlier, as far as our solar return, some people say solar, I say solar, whatever, right? But
Mm-hmm.
birthdays, I definitely celebrate, because guess what? For our people to make it another day, let alone another year, there's a lot to be celebrated.
Right. Right,
Because
sis.
some of
I
our
agree.
people, sis, you know what I'm saying? Because some of our people, we could be sitting in the car minding our business, right? And anything can
Mm-hmm.
take place. We can walk across the street and get apprehended, or even, right now, I was watching somebody's live, and I gotta find this footage for you, sis. This is allegedly, okay, let me say allegedly. When you and this is kind of off the subject, but it's very imperative. When you put down on your license, your driver's license, that you want to become a donor, girl, when they see how healthy you are, sis, have you heard about those what you call it, oh my goodness, sis, I'm lost for words right now,
But those
where
DNA tests or those cultures where they taking the blood samples and whatnot.
No, it's called organ harvesting, where they,
Oh,
people, since they mysteriously get hit by a truck, right? Next thing you know, they taking your body parts and shit. So it's so much stuff going on, sis. And I know we're focused on today's wicked celebration, but it's a lot of stuff that's going on. And like I said, sis, I do my research. I've done my research on all of the holidays, especially this one. It to me is such an insult to wish somebody a happy something for one day, because guess what? I've had kids that told their parents, "Well, today's not Mother's Day. Tomorrow's not today's not, like the next day after," right? My cousins used to say to my aunt, "Well, Mother's Day was yesterday, so I don't have to do any more chores until next year, Mother's Day." I mean, you get sarcasm in this shit, right?
yeah, right,
You
right,
get
right,
sarcasm. Yeah, girl, please.
right.
Like I said, Mother's Day for me is every day, not just yeah, not just the
So
second.
when we lump together the pagan origins, which I just showed on the screen, how it came from
Uh-huh.
Greek gods and goddesses that the Greeks and Romans worship, then you lump that with the fact that they want to exterminate you and don't want you don't want you to actually become mothers, right? Because they
Yeah,
have a problem with their immortality rate, with the birth rate, right?
right.
Then you double down on saying, give you this holiday, we're gonna take your money too.
Come on, sis. They'll
Like
take your money.
how much
Hmm.
now do we need to keep adding on? What else could we just throw in there if that's not enough to say, hey, maybe not, maybe not. Maybe I'll wait till July and buy my mama some flowers. You know what I'm saying? Just some random day.
Yes.
Don't contribute to pumping their economy up. Because if we're not pumping those or spending those black dollars with a black owned business, then it's not
Yes.
making sense. It's not making sense. Speaking of black owned businesses, since I think it's a good time to talk about what we got coming up here real soon. This and you said that you spoke to the mother of our dear brother Otha Wallace today. How's she doing on their so-called Mother's Day?
Oh man, Mama O is good. She's good, and like I told her, I said, and I did. I said, "Happy Mother's Day, 365 days a year." So she felt me on it. People that know me, they know I don't celebrate any of these holidays, sis. I've done it before. I did the tree thing and everything, but yeah, but respectfully, man, Mama O, she's hanging in there. She keeps me very uplifted, sis. When I'm kind of because you know me, I get very angry at the non-supporters, the people that can give to her dear son Otho Ozone Wallace, who is sentenced to 30 years, but he won't be doing 30, okay? But she's very uplifting, and like I said, when I'm feeling down about the situation, she's always keeping me very uplifted, So she reminds me that don't focus on the non-doers, focus on the ones who care. You feel me?
That's right. That's right.
So she
Just
keeps
like
me
that.
balanced. Yes, yes, she keeps
Just
me
like that,
balanced.
sister.
Yes, yes.
Just like that. That's what I'm talking about. So, let me take these captions off so the people can see the screen here.
Uh-huh.
Um, so yeah, what we have here on the screen is the Otha Wallace gift giveaway fundraiser for black owned businesses. We've already managed to secure a couple of black owned businesses to take part in this, but we welcome many more. The more
Yes.
we have to give away, the better. We now have an official date. The official date is now May 25th. And sis, I'm going to go ahead and try to bring out that new video I did, uh, hot off the press, you know.
Uh-huh.
Let me see. So I'm gonna stop sharing this and start sharing the window.
Sis, I'm gonna mute myself, okay? For now.
All right, then do that.
Okay, I'm still
All
here.
right, then
Uh-huh.
let's see if it can play because I haven't played it So let's see if it'll play here for the people's. This is your opportunity. If you have a small black-owned business, this is your opportunity. Let's see. Let me get me off the screen here. There we go. Yes. Salute to all the small black business owners supporting our community. On May 25th, you'll have another opportunity to contribute to a worthy cause and gain new clientele. Your small contribution to the Oprah Wallace Legal Defense Fund is needed and greatly appreciated in order to reach this virtual gift giveaway fundraiser goal. Email Achoti at newsvaccine.net for more information on how to participate. And remember, it's not too late to donate. Help us bring ozone home. Hashtag bring ozone home when you donate. All right. So that was that, my sister. We're trying to get more of our black businesses to participate. I think it's going to be a pretty fun event. It's going to be easy for you to get in there and get a chance to win some pretty cool gifts. All you got to do is show up May 20th. If you're not a black owned business, and even if you are, I encourage you, if you are, donate some merchandise for us to give away on May 25th in an effort to try to raise funds for Mr. Otho Wallace. If you are not a small black business owner and you want an opportunity to win a gift, then you have to show up on May 25th at 8 p.m. at MajorTv right here on YouTube. That's May 25th. The date is set. Saturday, 8 p.m. on YouTube. We're going to be giving away some gifts. All you got to do is show up and be ready to participate in the giveaway. Simple as that. Is that right, Miss Didi?
Yes, sis, you're right, absolutely. And I
So
just
I
wanted.
go
Oh no, go
ahead.
ahead, sis. Oh
No,
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 I
no.
just
You
want to
go ahead.
commend. Yeah, sis, you do so much for our people. I want to commend you, for your endeavors. I mean, you go all out. You do, So you don't, I know I love my people, but guess what? We share that in our spirit. We love our people. We have love for our people. So I just want to put that out there. Sister Cody speaks, man. She speaks truth to power, and I
Salute to
just
you, my
salute
sister.
you, sis. Yeah,
it's it's
definitely.
it's sisters like you that give me the strength and give me the motivation to keep going, because you'll call me, like you'll say, so sis, did you send that, did you do that, yeah, you keep me in line, and I appreciate you keeping me on the straight and narrow and keeping us focused, and helping me realize what our priorities are, right? Even though we go through our day-to-day lives, right, we have to understand that Otho Wallace is someone's son. So on this, while we're on this Mother's Day, thinking about what, why we should celebrate Mother's Day, think about how Otha Wallace mother feels every day that her son is now locked up behind bars. The appeal has been filed, and we are trying to raise funds so that we can get his legal funds paid. If y'all
Yes.
want to give a gift to Oprah Wallace's mother, I think the best gift that you can give on this so-called Mother's Day is to give a donation to the Oprah Wallace Legal Defense Fund. And I'm gonna go ahead and put that up on the screen real quick. Since we're in the spirit, we're in the spirit of Mother's Day, and I think
Yeah.
that this ties into it. Why should we celebrate Mother's Day?
Yes, absolutely, sis.
We're
When
gonna
you have
celebrate
mothers.
Mother's. If we're gonna celebrate Mother's Day, let's do it in this way, right?
Yes,
Like,
absolutely.
I think put a dime on it. You know what I'm saying? Just
Yes,
just just
absolutely.
off the strength that Othel cannot be home to hug his mama every day. Just on that strength.
You know what, sis? You came up with a brilliant idea. I salute you for this because like you said, She's a mother. She's definitely
Right.
a mother of 10 beautiful children. You know, she has 10 children since she
I didn't know
is,
that. Wow. That
yes,
ooh
yes. Girl
ooh
had
so
them
she could.
natural. She
Yeah.
had all her babies natural. She said,
Ooh,
sis, I nursed all my babies. I said, girl, you better than me because I had four and I can only nurse my last two, okay?
see that? See
Yeah,
that?
she's a strong sister and I just love her to pieces. And you're right, sis. You know, to me, Mother's Day goes past just your mother. Come on, let's just keep it a buck. Mother's Day go past just your mother. Let's
Right.
help out mothers who are mothers every day, 365, okay?
Right.
Um, so by giving, you know, just like Christmas, whatever, since I don't celebrate none of that mess, me, I'm a giver. I will give you, you're a giver, you give. And we have, you know, people who has been on a straight and narrow of helping our brother on a regular basis. You feel me?
Right.
So it's so imperative that like his mother, you know, mother, oh, you know, she of course will want the same. Support her son. Let's bring him
Right.
home. Let's bring him home in the physical. Let's bring him home. Period. And sis, if you could be so kind to, oh, you did. Oh, wait. There has been another donation. Is that the current one, sis?
Uh, let me see here. Hold on.
Uh huh.
Let me see. Let me see.
Because there should be another donation on there.
All right. There we go.
Yes. Yes. A brother of ours donated today. You know, like I said, you know, it's all love, you know, for those who care. It's all love. And what are we getting out of him being free and out of that situation? Ozone's freedom is our freedom. What happened to him has happened to many of our people, and they became hashtags. So if we can come together, and I've said this before, and I'm not going to ever get tired of saying it, if we can come together on a collective effort and bring our brother home to his children, to his mother, to his loved ones, you know, to his supporters, to me, that outweighs every holiday that you can ever think of, period.
That's right. So the website is othel.org. The website is othel.org. Don't be afraid. It's not too late to go ahead and donate. And we do appreciate that in well in advance. Well in advance. So, my sister,
Absolutely.
I think
Uh-huh.
I can pretty well say that you're not a fan of Mother's Day. You say wish me happy day, happy Mother's Day every day of the week. Don't just wait, right?
Yeah.
Don't just wait.
No. No.
Yeah, I agree,
Yeah.
sister.
Yeah. And I don't want to hear no, oh, happy Mother's Day, you know, 365 days in advance. Nah, just hit me up every day. Because I'm a mother. I'm a mother till I die, right? So hey,
Right,
it don't
right.
change nothing. You
You
know?
know what, sister? I think that what if they had what if we said, hey, we gonna play it like this.
Uh-huh.
Let's say on August 1st, right? Because that's
Uh-huh.
Black August, right? On
Yes.
August 1st, we're gonna honor all the Queen Mothers in the Black community.
Man. Beautiful.
Would,
Beautiful.
would, would they participate as much as they participate in Mother's Day?
Do you want my honest opinion?
I'm just saying because we've been trying to get. I remember there was a time when people was trying to get people to do Kwanzaa. Now a lot more people are doing Kwanzaa here lately, but back in the day, people were trying to do Kwanzaa. They wanted to do Christmas.
Yeah.
So I don't
Exactly.
know. I don't think they would. Do you think they'll gravitate to Queen Mother Day, August
No.
1st? We declare
No.
it just like this lady Anna Jarvis declared it, and the president signed it into uh, an act or whatever. I don't know how he declared. He made a declaration. He declared it. So we could declare some things too. Let's
Yeah, we
declare,
can.
Black August month. You know what I'm saying? That
Yeah.
they give us the shortest month of the year, right? So
Yes.
February. So let's just say, nah, skip all that. We're gonna have our King Father month. We're gonna have our King Father Day, our Queen Mother Day. We're gonna have our Short Leggers Day. That's for the little children. We're gonna have
Yep.
our Short Leggers Day and do all that in August, in Black August. How about that? I'm
Hey,
gonna have to
sister.
look my brother. I'm gonna have to talk to my brother Haki on that one and see if he be down for that Black August month. And you just change the narrative. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely, absolutely. We don't have to follow everybody else's, way of doing things and celebrating things. And let's add this to the list. How about Happy New Year's on April 1st? Huh.
Well, I mean, basically, sister, you would be right because a new year is right around the beginning of springtime, right?
Come on,
So
sis.
their Gregorian calendar with the new year being in the dead of winter is
Yeah.
totally wrong. So
Mm-hmm.
the new year is right around time of springtime when you get the flowers blooming, you get
Come
that
on,
first
sis.
harvest, you get that first harvest, that spring, that's your new year, right? So then it does come around right about April, the end of March, 1st of April. So you would be actually right to say, let's celebrate it, the new year when we see the first harvest. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So yeah,
Yes.
we could change it. I mean, we could go back to how because actually that's where our ancestors used to do things. They followed the seasons by the changes in the moon and the sun and things like that. So we could
Yeah.
definitely get back to that. Definitely.
Absolutely.
But and that would wreak havoc on their economy. Their
Hmm.
economy will plummet. But our people don't understand the power that they have, especially their purchasing power that they have,
Mm-hmm.
their economic power and their political power as well. They just don't understand how very important they are. They got the power. You were talking about you had mentioned the body harvesting, right? Now think
Mm-hmm.
about all the mothers right now who have filed missing children's reports,
Come on, sis.
right? And
Yeah.
they may never see their child again because their body parts have been chopped up and sold on the black market. And not only that, not just their body parts, but more importantly, their melanin.
Yes.
Because melanin is worth more than gold.
Yes. Yes. Absolutely.
So when
Absolutely.
you see an uptick of missing children, missing black people, missing black children, you better believe you better start looking like, hey, what's really going on? Because there's a reason why they're snatching us off the streets. We're very valuable,
Come on.
very valuable, and that's why they want us to go to prison. Think about all the moms, like I said, that have sons in prison. They want you to go to prison because you cannot deny them swabbing your jaws for DNA testing. You
Mm-hmm.
can't deny them saying we need to get a blood sample from you. You can't deny them. You can't deny them when they say everybody in here needs to be vaccinated,
Yep.
regardless.
Yep.
And you don't know what they actually giving you. They could
Mm.
be running studies on our people right now in these prisons, and we don't even know it. Lest we forget the Tuskegee experiment. If they did it then, and that was a government ran program, they can do it again. They did it then, they can do it again. And the prisoners, incarcerated people, they really don't have any civil rights. They have
None.
human rights, but those are being trampled on.
Mm-hmm.
So if they're not addressing the fact that these prisoners are in unsanitary prisons cells, then do you think that they're going to be concerned about these mothers' sons if they're doing unwanted tests on them?
Absolutely, sis.
Our people better start thinking while we're running around here saying celebrating these holidays and giving up our ends when we could be donating to a better cause to build our community up or to help somebody else who's in real need. You know what I'm saying?
I do, sis. So basically, what we're doing is we're celebrating our own demise. Period. Okay.
Exactly. Basically. Basically. On top
Yes.
of the fact that you're participating in something that originated from pagan worship.
Come on, sis.
I mean, I just want to stay away
Absolutely.
from evilness. Like people may try to clean it up. Like even though they know the truth about Christmas, they still say, "Oh, well, I'm doing it for the kids." That's
Yeah.
even worse because now you're brainwashing the children. You're leading them into a falsehood that's going to lead them down the road of destruction on the same on that same path to sending their kids to college, to making sure their kids have a investment fund that they can tap into to start a small business when they graduate from college.
Mm-hmm.
You're sending them to college every time you participate in these man-made holidays. Think about that.
Exactly.
Think about that. But you'll do what the Europeans say do. But if I say, did you know that the Bible was written by a black man and they got a whole bunch of festivals that's in there that we should be doing that the
Mm-hmm.
Most High have ordained for us to do? They're gonna
Mm-hmm.
look at me and say, "Well, that's the white man wrote that book."
Come on.
Oh, now how hypocritical can we be as a people?
Yes.
Girl, let me
Yes.
get off here because we've been on here almost an hour and I'm about to get myself in trouble. Dee Dee.
Girl, no, sis, you're all good. But
Yes,
before we
indeed.
wrap things up, I want to go back to what you were saying about how, you know, our brothers and sisters that's locked up.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, and I'm sure you heard about the story, sis. I think it was in Mississippi where they had all of those prisoners buried, mostly our brothers. Remember that story? How they had those prisoners
Oh,
buried? They had a makeshift burial.
yeah. It was either Mississippi
Remember?
or Alabama, and it was
Yes,
the Confederate
yes,
soldiers or the Confederate soldiers or the Union soldiers. I think it was the Confederate soldiers buried the people alive in those graves,
yes,
in unmarked
yes.
graves, like, and they dug it all up. Yeah. So yeah, I
Remember?
remember that, sister.
And I'm gonna tell you something. We don't know. That could have been a organs harvest type of situation where they took their organs out. And it's just so much crazy shit going on. Sis, it's just mind blowing. So
Yeah.
and I know we've been touching different subjects, but as far as Mother's Day, sis, like I said, it's a slap in the face. It is, and we should start doing our research. Got to start
Yeah.
researching stuff.
And I'm gonna just say my last words on it is this: you don't need a European to tell you today it's the day for you to honor your mother.
Exactly.
You should honor your mother and your father and the elders every day because every day is a blessing that they're here with us. And so, with that, my sister, you know what I'm saying? We could say,
Yeah.
I look forward to seeing everybody on March 25th in the building for the Minding My Black Owned Business
Hmm.
gift giveaway in an effort to raise funds for Othel Wallace. It's definitely needed and participating. So I want to see y'all in the house. Please show up and participate. Get it and win a free gift in the process. I said, but why not? You did. And so hopefully we'll see some of our black business owners in the building as well to show their support. Um, we already got a couple lined up. I'm not going to say any names, right? So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, look forward to that. Some business owners that give away some stuff on the live. So I look forward to seeing that. So my sister Didi is going to be in the house as well. We um we urge you to go to author.org. If you cannot make it on May 25th, go to author.org and make a small donation. Any donation would be appreciated. And if you can make that a reoccurring donation, a small donation every month, $5, $10 every month, $50 every month, whatever you can afford, that would be great too. Until we have the lawyers paid in full, that's what
Yes.
we try to do. That's the mission. That's what we on. So until next time, on News, Facts, and Comments. My sister, I want to say thank you again. You have been an excellent co host, and we must do this again, my friend.
Yes. Yes. Absolutely. It's been a pleasure. And, in order to free ozone, let's free up our pockets. Let's help this brother get home to his children, his mother, his family, his supporters. Our brother love us.
That's
Okay.
right.
He was there for us. So, sis, thank you so much. You keep pushing truth to power. Keep doing what you do. Much love over here, and we thank all of you who are currently watching and who will be watching later. Thank you, sis.
You're so welcome, my sister. You have a excellent start of your week on tomorrow. Be safe out there. May the Most High continue to bless you.
Thank you. Likewise, sis. Shalom.
Shalom. All right, well, there you have it. I hope you all enjoyed this edition of News, Facts, and Comments, special edition of Sunday Rap Session. Should we celebrate Mother's Day? I think we pretty much laid out the case. If you agree, let us know in the comment section. If you disagree, let us know that as well. Give us a thumbs up, like and share this. Please subscribe if you have not subscribed. And next week, I will be going live, but I'm not quite sure what time because I will be taking part in the National Reparations Convention, if the Most High willing, on May 17th through the 19th. So that's that Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I probably will go live from the convention to give you all updates as often as I can, but I do not think I will have a regularly scheduled 5 o'clock news, facts, and comments Sunday rap session. But look for me to go live throughout the weekend, next weekend. National Reparations Convention in Washington, D.C., where we're going to be having the opportunity to meet with presidential candidate Dr. Cornel West and his running mate Abdullah, and we're going to also hear from Malik Zulu Shabazz and several other people that's on the lineup. Ramsel Eunice is also on the lineup. So look for those videos from me, those live sessions from me this weekend coming up, 17, 18, and 19th. National Reparations Convention, News, Facts, and Comments will be reporting for News, Facts, and Comments in conjunction with MajorTv. We're going to try to bring you as much information as possible on that front. So with that being said, I thank you once again for watching me, News, Facts, and Comments, Sunday Rap Session. Consider it. Should you really be celebrating Mother's Day? And with that being said, I want to say thank you once again. I think I said that already, but I still want to say thank you once again. Like and share, subscribe. And with that, that is a wrap.
One for the money, you know what it is. Two for the show, yeah, we shut it down. Three, just to make sure you ready. Four, let them know that we run this town. One for the money, you know what it is. Two for the show, yeah, we shut it down. Three, just to make sure you ready. Four, let them know that we run. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. You are now tuned in to the greatest. The greatest of all time. The greatest of all time.
I'm gonna be better. I'm gonna be I'm gonna be better. I'm gonna be better. I'm gonna be better. I'm gonna be I'm gonna be better. I'm gonna be better.
One for the money, you know what it is. Two for the show, yeah, we shut it down. Three, just to make sure you ready. Four, let them know that we run this town. One for the money, you know what it is. Two for the show, yeah, we shut it down. Three, just to make sure you ready.